Hey guys, welcome to part 13 of Nightly Chats. And today, not sure what I'm talking about. Music for today is actually uh, jazz, jazz, specifically sleepy jazz. Soft, I have it pulled up by Oldies Station. So I'll put their channel in the description, and please go check them out. I'm pretty sure it's not AI. I checked. Gotta make sure with a lot of especially music channels, especially like lo-fi, right? A lot some of them are like AI, but I'm pretty sure this one's not. Though it is a bit loud. There it is. It is, trumpet. Actually, speaking of jazz, I was actually in band in high school. Sorry. Let me get rid of this. But yeah, I actually might speak of my school day, since I haven't really spoke about my school. But in the past, it was like literally like only four. Wait, how long was it? High school? I was in band for about three. Actually, no, I was in band in middle school. So technically, I've been in band for about 6 years. I'm trying to remember. Trying to remember. Band. How long ago was this? Middle school, dude. Like, I'm only 20, but it generally feels like it's been so long since middle school. Let's see. I think 20. Let's see, middle school. I think I was in middle school from, I think, 2019. I think I started middle school 2016 or 2017. I think I started middle school 2018. Right? I forget, guys. Sorry, but it's very, I forget. But I remember in middle school, because I remember the last year of middle school, COVID hit, and then we went to lockdown. All right, if I say that name, I might get algorithm. The algorithm might throw me into the abyss. Sorry, but when I was in middle school, sixth grade, I went into band because to me, I'm not sure, but it just seemed so. It made like I was intrigued. I was interested in it, and so I joined it. And I remember her name, Miss Johnson. She, I don't know how like bands are in other school, like middle schools, but we had to choose between the actual the different type of instruments we could use. What we would want. There were the brass, there was woodwind, percussion, and I think, well, no, percussion, brass, woodwind, and I think that's it, just in middle school alone. And so I wanted to choose brass. I should have. I feel if I could go back today, I would honestly choose trumpet, but I didn't. I chose because I'm a big guy to say I'm a big guy. So I chose trombone. Big guy, trombone, yada yada yada. I chose trombone, and I'm not no, and I did pretty good. The test, because we had to I could show you. Actually, I have it. Actually, do I? No, it's in a drawer of mine. But I had to basically, we had to take like the mouthpiece of a trombone. They had like spares, and we took it and we blew into it to like test it and how good and I'm like how good we would be. I did not bad. I did pretty good, and I was allowed to choose trombone. And so I became a trombone player. And from there, though my musical career started, even though it never became a career, I left it like around in my junior year because I graduated early. But yeah, in terms of how good I was, not to pat myself on the back too much, not to glaze myself a little bit. I was pretty good. I wasn't the best to say, like I'm not saying, oh man, I was, the best of the best. I scored. I was, I was, playing like I was, like a magnus opus, right? No. But I was good. I would say that my skills were good. They were pretty good. And actually, one thing was I played in, well, that's in high school, but middle school, it was just, middle school. It was middle school band from sixth grade to eighth grade, right? Yeah, sixth grade to eighth grade, I played trombone. The pandemic hit and wiped the nation, ruined my eighth grade year, and then some of my ninth grade year, and then we went back to I was ninth grade high school, half the semester I was virtual. I hate look one thing about me, I hate virtual. There's just something about it that it feels, it's not like, it's not so much like, oh, I can't do the work. I can do the work, but it just, I hate this thing about my mind. I need something or like a deadline or something to make me do it, right? I don't know if I have ADHD or not. I'm not gonna say I do because I'm not having gone to a therapist, or yeah, I think a therapist, like a psychologist. I can't say I have it, and I won't say I do, but I do. I do have some tendencies of someone who is medically diagnosed as having ADHD. But I'm not gonna say I have it because I don't know. It could just be my dumb brain playing dumb tricks on me. But like like this is mainly procrastination, but I constantly push things to the very end. I'm like, oh, I can do it tomorrow. I can do it that day. No, I can wait. I can do that tomorrow. No, and then it genuinely pisses me off so much because I'm like it's not hard work. It is literally, I could do it. I could, if I put my mind to focus, if I like studied, or if I actually just tried, I could do it. That's the thing that pisses me off, is that I could do it, but I just don't wanna. And sorry, I don't know why I made that sound. It's just like it's like my brain like says, that's boring, or like that, that doesn't interest in me enough, right? And this even happens to like some games I play, where, like, for instance, Honkai Star Rail right now, I play. I started only a couple months ago. I play. I like how it plays. I like the I want to play story, but God forbid it takes me so long to just sit down and pay attention to the story. And I don't know why I'm like this. A couple of years ago, I wasn't like this. I could sit down and watch an anime. I could sit down, play a full story to the end. But now now I sit down and I'm just sitting there, just doing nothing. I'm like, oh my god, dude, it infuriates me so much because I want to, like, for instance, Honkai Star. I want to play. I want to learn more of the story, but God forbid, it's just my brain just says no, 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 no. I'm like, you lose. Sorry, I'm ranting a lot, but back to band, right? Well, no, actually, back to high school. Ninth grade, half of the semester was virtual. I despised it because because something about me is that if there's no one, like, if there's not a deadline or not like us, like something that like holds me accountable, I just don't do it. I'm like, I push it to the very end, and I'm like, oh my god, I gotta do it, like one, like at like an hour before the assignment is due. I'm like, oh my god, I gotta do it. I'm like, oh my god, we had weeks to do this, and then now I get the great idea to do it, and it sucks, dude. It genuinely, I'm remembering everything now, and then, oh my god. I'm sure you don't want to hear about, like, my ranting, especially if this is supposed to be a relaxed video or whatever, and I just but if I want to have this channel be, my honest self, I gotta be my honest self. And it just pisses me off, dude. Genuinely, dude. It just anyways, back to it. 10th grade, when it comes to me and subjects, my best subjects are history, science, and writing. Who would have thought the guy who likes writing as one of his hobbies is a good writer? No. Is likes writing. Who would have thought, right? Who would have thought? But yeah, I like writing. Well, in high school it was literature. That was the name of it. But I liked that class. I was good at it per se. History and history, science, and literature. Those were my favorite subjects, but also some of my best subjects sometimes. And then my worst subjects were math. Genuinely, it was always math. And thing is, the funny thing, the ironic thing is that I'm good at math. My mom is amazing at math. She is genuinely, in my opinion, someone who is really, really good at math. She could solve equations easily, right? And you would think that I'm her son, that I would be also good at math. And the thing is, I kind of am. Hold on. And yeah, the thing is, I kind of am good at math, but But yeah, I am good at math. It's just it's just something about math that just, I don't know. What was I saying? What was I? Oh, right. Like, if I, again, the same thing happened. If I paid attention, if I put my mind to the page and focused, I would be good at math. I would be amazing at math. Hold on. I would be good. I wouldn't be perfect. Maybe I wouldn't be the best, but I would be good. Also, I changed the music. Jazz is cool, but my fault, because I just learned that it was not made, but it was like altered. It was created, not created, but okay, I made mistake. So I apologize, but it had some alterations made by AI, by the creator. So yeah, oops, my apologies. I'm putting, I put on a different one. I'll put this one in the in the description instead. Sorry, really, really sorry. Anyways, back to it. If I put my mind to the subject, I'd be good. And thing is, it also depends on the teacher because there was one class, Mr. Anderson, dude. He was algebra 2, which is supposedly harder than algebra 1, right? But I loved that guy. He was such a good math teacher. In that class, out of all the math classes I had from statistics. No, was he statistics? No, I think it was algebra 2. Or was he? No, I think it was statistics. Ah, damn, I forget if it was algebra 2 or statistics. But he was genuinely a good fucking teacher. I love that guy. He was so kind, so cool, so funny. He was the ideal teacher that I wanted in most of my classes. Because in history, I had great teachers. Literature, I had good teachers. Science, I had some amazing teachers. In math, I had teachers that were fine. They were fine. None of again, I don't hold any grudges against any teachers. I had never had a bad experience with a teacher. Never. Maybe you guys have, but I've never had a bad experience with a teacher per se. But none of my math teachers were like my ideal version of a good teacher. None of them grabbed my attention. None of them, made me understand. No, again, if I tried to pay attention, if I genuinely grabbed my mind and I stuck it to the page, then I'd probably be good. But none of them made math fun for me. And I think that's what really screwed me up a lot of the time. Is that none of them tried to make math fun. None of them, they taught well. Again, none of them are bad teachers. I'm not going to say that. I'm a bad student, but none of them, for me, made math fun. But Anderson, he made math so fun. He made it interactable. He made it, and again, this is high school, and he just put he always had a smile on his face, a laugh. I'm a laughing, he would he would always laugh, to jokes. He'd try and make your day better. And he's just such a cool teacher. I genuinely love that guy as a teacher. And the funny thing is, in that class, I was one of the best, if not second to him, where if you needed help, you either went to Mr. Anderson, and if he was busy, you go to me, which surprised me. I was so baffled. I was genuinely surprised with myself. I was like, wow, how did this happen? How did I go from a horrible student who barely passed any math class with maybe with a 70 or maybe a high C to passing the class with a 98? I steamrolled that in that grade. I surprised even myself. He was so proud of me. It made me feel happy. It's funny how I went from band to more school life, but it's okay. I probably just put the title as school. And I might actually talk more about school. Who knows? But I was so proud of myself to be good at something, especially something that's math, and that even some people would look up to, not look up to me, but ask me for help. I remember I'd finish my work. I'd be one of the first people. I'd be the first person to finish my work. I'd put down my pencil. I either listen to music. Again, I love teachers that if you finish your work and it's good, if he checks it and it's good, you can relax. You can listen to music or even play on your phone. He allowed that because to him, you finished your work. You did your job, and if you didn't have any homework to do, then you were fine. But I'd put down my thing. And if this was like an assignment, I'd go around the not even okay. I wouldn't go around the class because I'm again very introverted. But I, like some people would come up to me like, "Hey, how did you do this, Ernesto?" Or "Hey, can you help me with this question?" I was just so happy. I was like proud of myself. And yeah, I miss that guy. Hopefully one day I come back. I go back to that high school and check out my old like my favorite teachers. How long have I been renting? Oh. I think that's it for today. And I mean tonight. Yeah, I think that's all because I'll talk more about either next video or probably a video after that. I'll talk more about my school life and specifically band because I've only like scraped the surface. I've only talked about like my middle school, and actually actually I'll probably show it in the next one. Yeah, I'll show it in the next one. But yeah, I'll actually I think next video I'll talk about my inspirations, some of my biggest, like some of the biggest content creators who have like influenced me. But yeah, I think that's it for tonight. All for me. It's getting late, and I should be heading to bed by now. I don't want to have a repeat of last video where I was basically like I basically over like not overstay. I basically pulled an all nighter. But yeah. I'll put the music in the description. I made sure that this one wasn't, this one was created by someone, and I apologize for my mistake. That I'll try and be better. But yeah, until then, have a good morning, a good evening. No, sorry, a good morning, a good afternoon, a good evening, a good night, and I'll hope to see you guys in the next one. If you can, consider dropping a like, subscribing, and if you want to suggest a comment, a topic, then comment down below. But yeah, until then, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.